Hello. Uh, Let me just close the door. Not to interrupt anybody. So I've been almost confused 40 minutes. Constantly demons and devils, all demons and angels in a battle wall between good and evil in my thoughts. Bro. So if you hear them like ripping cars and things, that's like in the background of cars. That's because good and evil are like in a battle, pretty much. But they're battle in my thoughts, except they express it like through cars chasing one another. You might experience a police officer, depends. But if they do, I'll show you. Maybe they won't. So so I decided to expose our highest negativity in the entire world that happens through demons. So, but keep in mind in this video uh, that a devil and a demon is responsible for all of these things. So, on my video, I'm not here to accuse you of any you. So, what I'm trying to tell you, don't complicate the problem even more. Uh, uh, so, first of all, uh, so you're aware that I'm Jesus Christ, which I mentioned to you through many videos and all my miracles and things. So kind of demons and angels, they kept me confused almost 40 minutes before I even started shooting this video. One side wants to expose it, the other side doesn't. The demonic side is so they could do their like evil, sinister thing all around the world. This way, their sin uh, spreads all around the world. This way, they have more time. Whenever a demon tells you these things, or a joker out of criminal pieces of shit, uh, it's because they need more time to spread their criminal sins. And not just criminal sins, many other sins, millions of other sins that have nothing to do with criminal side. So, so yeah. So, how would you say, the devil and the demon is responsible to all these things that I educate you and tell you what I know. I'm the highest conspiracy. Not many ever dare to shoot something like this on a video, especially these things that I'm about to tell you, because their entire family will get murdered, but not my family. Since I'm Jesus Christ as Adam and Eve's first son. So when they send their boys, my father is a creator. He eliminates them in a different way. Uh, Maybe not the same day, but he knows how to kill them in a proper way and punish them. Like through cancers and billions of different ways how to murder them and exterminate that evil pieces of shit like Illuminati and dark forces. So, so let's go from the beginning. My mother, since I'm Adam and Eve's first son, oh, my in case my mother starts interrupting me here, that's also a devil trying to control her to interrupt me. Which I noticed in 30, 40 videos of mine. She wasn't doing this earliest stage. But she started doing this and she starts like teleporting, as I tell you, like a leprechaun around the house. Uh, but we could kick her out. It doesn't take too long. So what I was gonna say. So my mother Eve was invented before Adam, something that none of your religion book. It is the exact same thing that you explain, except my mother as Eve, she was invented before Adam. So at beginning, Eve and Adam, my mother and father, they were like purely good. Okay, first I have to so you could understand how a sin and what a devil really is. But before that, before they tempted God's highest creation, Adam and Eve, uh, a devil was once upon a time like the highest ranking angel, the most purest good. Except the cocksucker grew in a sin where he started disagreeing with the father. And then the father and the rest of the good angels kept most likely warning him not to keep growing into this sin. And once they reached a very high level of sin, that's when a father and an angel fought a war like in heaven and tossed all like the demonic piece of shit, including the devil, where they're forbidden from heaven from all eternity because they came with a disagreement with a father. Uh, I would say, based on my opinion, that the Christian version explains it far smarter than a Muslim. Now, I don't know about the Jews. It's hard to ever find on Jews what they truly believe. Uh, but I believe in a Christian side. I believe in the Christian side more than the Muslim version, how they believe it. The Muslim side, they tell you jinn is a devil, Shaitan is like a demon. Uh, but they tell you that Allah invented a jinn and a shaitan. So if I invented you this cigarette, I could like destroy it very quickly or put it out of the fire, for example. This is why the Christian side makes far more sense. Like it has far smarter logics to it. But yet, none of us will ever truly understand where God ever came from or even the devil. Uh, but that's our Christian side when it comes to the Bible, the highest facts, and it's judged through mortality and messengers and many things. What the messengers, may peace and blessing be upon them, what they wrote, what they raised us to believe in. Uh, Now, the Adam and Eve story definitely is true. Let's say I was somehow delusional, which I'm not. Too many things back out the numbers, the holy numbers, and all that. But let's say I was wrong. How would Amy Lee have genetics of my mother and two sisters with the same beauty mark that I shown you? That would be impossible in any type of way. Uh, and she shot you that sober video, Amy Lee, that you should check out, the whoops. Uh, so yes, she's Adam and Eve story definitely. I have no idea how this is even possible that Adam and Eve story exactly exists. And I guess Adam and Eve's story was believed like 3 to 4 thousand years from the past. Uh, but before all those religions, like they'll call them some, they'll have an evil god, except they might have called them like the dark one. Depends into like the past, like before Muhammad, Hebrew Moses, Noah, and the rest of the messengers came. They would call them like something completely different, but it's usually a dark one. They might refer to a devil many different ways, but it would be defined as an evil. Uh, okay, if the Adam and Eve story never made sense, how would Amy Lee, including, have this beauty mark and match my Mary mother and my two sisters? Uh, this would be impossible. Time travel doesn't exist. We're all smart enough not to believe that pile of shit. Uh, so yeah. So back to that story. So Christians believe a devil was once upon a time God's father's most toughest angel. Except it wasn't just him and many more angels. came to a high disagreement. As they grew into a high disagreement, they grew into a sin. So the father and the angel, most likely the rest of them, kept warning them to stop disagreeing until they like fed it. When the father fed up, and that's when that devil, devil and all his demonic were like fallen angels. They were tossed to like hell. Oh, from that point, Father told them all, from this point, from all eternity, you're never gonna be forgiven, or you're never coming to this heaven ever again. Oh, okay. But before that, let's go to my mother and father, the first Eve and the first Adam. Oh, God made Eve and Adam like perfectly good. Like they were purely good. I mean, they would not even step on an insect if they see it. Uh, they never knew how to curse. They never knew how to be cold blooded. They were like purely good. From that point, I can really tell as Jesus Christ, as Adam and Eve's son, how far the temptation of a devil. But keep in mind, he was tossed before the Father invented Adam and Eve. That's how he attacked Adam and Eve to bring a sin into the world. So most likely, as a Father Creator, he warned them many different ways. Like this could have lasted almost 300 to 400 years until they fully bit the sin. So each time they started approaching that apple, getting close to it, and the Father would speak in voices, I believe, or many other different methods. So the Father kept warning them, stop, please do not get near that apple. But they wouldn't behave, my mother and father. Once he was like halfway, God was already, he estimated that they're gonna betray him. Once they once they reach like 3/4, let's say it lasted 300 to 400 years. At that point, the father knew that they're gonna bring in a sin into the world, that the devil is born through Adam and Eve. Oh, oh. But my mother and father were responsible for biting the forbidden apple, but who truly was responsible was the devil himself, including demons. That tempted my mother. That's who was really the most responsible and who was fully guilty. Now, my mother and father were guilty, and you heard the cop. I'm pretty sure you heard the cop, which I told you. So they're not being nosy, like they're not chasing one another. Uh, at least till this point, till we get to deeper shit. Uh, so who really was responsible was the devil. But my mother and father were responsible for not obeying to my father as a Jew. He kept warning them, but they wouldn't stop. Father kept showing many different messages. See them? See how they're like spicing up in like drag racing? Where it's like a constant good and evil, like war that happens. Uh, and it's practically like 8, 9 o'clock. So, I mean, either way, I mean, people are. But my mother and father were responsible for not obeying father's commandments to stay the fuck away from that apple. But the devil was the first one, the highest responsible, and then my mother and father were second responsible for disobeying the father. Uh, from that point, once they fully bit the apple and a sin came to existence, kind of like Adam and Eve's story they show you biblically, uh, that's when he told Adam, since he's the dominator, from this point, your entire life you'll be living in misery. You will get out of good happiness, but 70% of your life is going to be like mental miseries and physical. physical miseries. Uh, from that point, he punished my mother. From now, you'll be given birth in a very painful way, and you're gonna put up with the shitty periods. And you'll also be punished as Adam. You'll constantly be in a mental, not constantly, but 70% in a mental misery, not to mention physical misery where you have to keep working and working. Uh, that's all. From that point, little, I don't know, maybe year or two, God kind of cooled down, but he was talking a lot of shit, yes, to my mother and father. And he doesn't last like, how would you say, like a 2 3 day process. It's a lot of like where the father talks his good shit to evil and her, Adam and Eve, my mother and father, for making the most stupidest choice that no human being should ever do. Ever. Okay. So that's how a devil and a sin came to existence. And that's how the forbidden apple grew in my fucking backyard before I even knew I was even Jesus Christ, honestly. I never even knew I was Jesus. Uh, then my mother was invented first by God. The father was invented second. Uh, then my older sister was invented as the first daughter. I was the middle child as the first son, Adam and Eve's first son, Jesus. And then the little sister was invented. Five family ancestors of Adam and Eve. Uh, from that point, so the biggest question how I populated the world. Me and my sister, I believe this is more of at least 80% true. How I debated, I never fully like had physical sex with neither of my sisters. Uh, like he teleports a sperm cell from Adam to my sperm cell in both of the like daughters, and you have to give birth. At that point, both of the daughters had no clue he was gonna be even genetically out of the first Adam or him, where God doesn't allow you this. Like I disagree that Adam and Eve as me had sex physically with both sisters. That would gross any human being out, even under God mode. So I believe he teleported uh, four different births, two Adams, two Eves, and he kept doing this for at least like thousands of Adam and Eves once he duplicated them. After like 1,002, then finally God allowed them to have physical sex and have romance and love and all that. I disagree in every strong way that God would allow a brother and sister to have physical sex, even under God mode. Uh, Especially once I know that they're both of my sisters. I mean, you're not gonna fuck your both sister unless you're some mentally ill motherfucker, like in a fucked up way. Uh, and that's how trillions of you came to existence. So technically, me as Adam and Eve's first son, I'm technically father to all of you guys. But then God is my technical father. They invented all. Uh, this is why to all religion they define you brothers and sisters. To all religion. Well, I don't know Buddhism, but I know like Jews, Muslims, Christians, and Catholics. That's how they believe. Uh, so, and now you understand a lot of things about a devil, how he came to existence, how I came to existence, how 8 billions of you came to existence, pretty much through Adam and Eve's story. Okay, so now we have to face why these creepy wars are happening. The Russians versus Ukraine, and then the Jews versus Palestinians. Now, this is just a matter of time before this gets even more tangled up with politics. Now, Russians found allies to North Korea, and now they've been threatening America if they finance Ukraine, then they'll attack them. And then it's just a matter of time before Iranians defend Palestinians and try to attack Jews. Maybe they won't, which I disagree. Uh, says eventually Iranians might have liked Palestinians, uh, but to because Iranians know if Iranians attack Jews, then Americans immediately attack the Iranians. So at least Iranians, I believe, will be under behavioral, like where they won't commit a World War III or attack Jews. But it's just a matter of time with Putin and Ukraine before this gets tangled up even more. Then the Chinese, is it Taiwan? Taiwan. Chinese are predicted 4 years they're gonna go war with Taiwan because Taiwan is doing deals with United States where it's building them like computer chips and shit like through corporations. Uh, but even that could be still maintained if Chinese do that. Then Americans gonna how would you say stop their factories. If Americans stop factories with Chinese, that's like 40% they lose money out of interest when it comes to money. So maybe that could be prevented. Now, these are not exactly 100% fact that there's going to be a World War III or a Judgment Day, but I suspect highly. I'll tell you now why is Jesus Christ that I believe is coming to a final Judgment Day. Even if I do solve the shit on this is my third arrival. The fourth arrival, then you have to face a Judgment Day. Uh, and that won't take place not even 1,000 years from this point. Not even possibly 1,500 to 1,000 years. At that point, you have to face Judgment Day. Uh, Now, keep in mind the demons, the sin in all of us, pretty much. So don't go blaming corporations after government, Washington, D.C., Area 51, CIA, National Security, and all this stuff. You're dealing with something purely evil as a devil. Uh, yes, we are as human beings responsible for all this, but it's like the demons that brought the fucked up sin and self destruction to one fourth of entire America. I'll tell you how. So, drugs like heroin, crack, methamphetamine, cocaine. Uh, did I say crack? I think I did. Methamphetamine, fentanyl, shrooms, marijuana, cigarettes, alcohol, popping pills. And there could be a few more, maybe 5, 10 that, vaping. Uh, so the devil played the chess game, all this, like. So pretty much if you judge gang symbols, gangsters, mobsters, the drug dealing, all the people that are dying in America, your teenagers, your kids from overdosing, gang shooting one another, uh, constantly murder always happening because of these drugs. Uh, so if you judge it on a very high extremist level, one fourth of America already has to be bulldozed. Uh, it's impossible for cops, for FBI to stop it. There was many of them, and may God bless their soul and forgive them their soul. Many good cops did help, including FBI detectives. But as a devil's sin grew into at a high rate, it's impossible to stop it. I'll tell you why it's impossible. Okay, let's say Area 51, even though I believe there could be another five corporations that none of us even know about in America that exists, even more, how would you say, charged and classified. Let's say they were to kill the one fourth that brought the cancer and that's destroying America, one fourth of it. Okay, let's say they took like Hitler and all, like shot them and tossed them all, killed them all. Okay, except you have to go to hell for a long time for that decision. Uh, but let's say they did somehow kill one fourth of America, so we got rid of all the drug dealers, gangs, mobsters, thugs, gangs, gangsters, and bunch of gangs and thugs. The problem is like less than not even 700 to 800 years, the same stupidity out of demons and devils keep repeating. Where you have to keep doing this stuff over and over again. But if you think it's only American kingdom, see, she's already there. Oh, this is why she's eager. Yeah, shut up, that light, Eva. This is why she's always like, she comes like where she distracts me where I forget these things. I never forget my memories, man, and things that I learned. Uh, but let's say you think it's only in America. Germany bought the same thing. Oh, drugs, gangs, thugs, and mobsters. The Russians are second, including 70% of European. So this disease not only has happened in America, it's spreading all around the world. These drugs and narcotics and things. First, they boost you up what demons and do bring the rappers. The rappers promote their gang symbols, their hatred, and their bad and evil side, including all their narcotics. Then the rest of these cocksuckers bring in the kilos, heroin, and all, and that's how they all. And then your healthy kids, age 15, 18, are consuming, overdosing, shooting heroin, overdosing, and dying all around the world. Well, not all around the world. Uh, uh, so Americans, here's the thing: what the devil likes the most out of here, out of that, like interest. Also, the devil is like purely good. He loves killing human beings and destroying their souls and fixing them up with heroin, crack, methamphetamine, and the other drugs that I didn't mention you. Uh, but then the devil loves the fucking interest, how much interest drugs bring him into American treasury. Uh, from that point, many good people, like I said, detectives, cops, and the FBI, and many detectives gave their soul protecting it, at least when they given a fuck. Uh, so the devil wants that's why good genius, extremely good genius, can't stand a devil and a demon ever, including every God's messengers. May peace and blessing be upon them that ever existed. Because of these things. Devil's so purely evil that he would kill this entire universe, including all aliens, everything. Uh, and he would have no guiltiness, no remorse, no like feeling bad one even bit. Uh, but if a devil could kill the Father, my Father as a God, including all angels, that's like his highest happiness out of evil that he could ever get. Oh, but the devil all religion prophesies from Jews to Mus from Jews to Muslim Christians and Catholics that the devil horns do get cut off. Except the Father's heaven is gonna pay a small percentage, like price to it, where it's gonna be a little bit fucked up, one fourth of it not functioning, and many angels and shit that he invented will be destroyed when that battle happens. You see, remember the sirens? It means help. Oh, that's what it means. That's why, when you attack Father's heavens, like that's what the 911, like angels helping you, and you hear it. Oh, no coincidence. We're all. That's all. So yeah, let's say, which I came to this agreement many times. Let's say I do forgive you, which they've been assassinating me, poisoning me from age 20 till now. And I'm definitely not delusional on that part. Oh, I spotted many times in my alcohol, especially in my cigarettes. That's where they like to put the dose the most, including alcohol. Not always do they get lucky. Oh, but then they also shot me here, which you see like the exit hole. I don't know if you could see it, but they also most likely shot me thousands of different times. Oh, they so I disagree that they will be able to assassinate me. Maybe yes. The worst problem in my case, like detectives, FBI, they you can't help me. Even other motherfuckers that step into it. Since you're dealing with like devils and demons, and you're dealing with God and an angel, the only thing they could really uh, me is God and an angel. And here's the worst part about it: I can't fully prove how they're pulling these tactics off. Putting shit into my cigarettes, my alcohol. Uh, I notice on cigarettes, like I'll get high acid, like pretty much eating up the brain. I smoked my entire life. I have never witnessed that. Uh, Many times through alcohol, like I'll end up like pretty much shitting out blood almost for weeks. Uh, uh, and then I told you the other incidents where they poisoned me at that Clinton on that Mexican street, where they put the highest acid in one of those, since they're like homemade, like the Mexican hot sauce. I ended up, believe me or not, I ended up shitting out full blood of toilet for almost 2 months. Yeah, and from that point, angels and God tossed the coronavirus, which killed God knows how many people. So we're definitely in a war between good and evil. Yeah. Oh. But back to that story. Let's say you did manage to kill my entire family, which I disagree you'll ever accomplish it. Uh, let's say I did forgive you, and let's say I didn't want a judgment day. But here's that fucking problem that the devil has introduced high sins into the world. Oh, think about it. 1/4 of America has to be bulldozed. What happens in 200 years from, or 300 years just from this point? Then 75% of America has to be bulldozed, where hardly anything good could ever survive as a good normal family. Oh, and not to mention how many more drugs they invent. Oh, and then same thing, Germany bought the same shit where they robbed the interest out of drugs. Uh, Russians also are buying it. Half of the Europeans are doing the same shit. It won't take too long before Japanese, Koreans, they start doing that shit. Now they're kind of maintaining it, but what happens in 200-300 years from this point? Uh, so let's say you did somehow accomplish assassinating my entire family, and let's say I forgiven you, even through God. But the problem is, less than 1,000 years, the entire kingdom's all world is under bulldoze, where it has to be destroyed. Now you could cause a World War III, but the same stupidity out of devil's sin and demons repeat again. Uh, so let's not get misconfused. Who I blame the most is a devil and a demon. But a devil and a demon exist in all of us. That's the problem. Uh, Okay, so 34 minutes, not bad. Let me just warm up my. I apologize. I have to warm up my coffee. Yeah, that's what I thought. So keep driving. Oh, yeah, pulling that assassination attempt is very difficult in these things. You won't be able to accomplish it. Since God knows how many angels and God taking bullets out of me. Uh, so yeah, they're very nosy, especially in these conspiracies. Not many ever dare to ever shoot this something like this on a video. How deep? This it's like highly classified, where it's very highly classified shit. Oh, uh, yeah, not many genius. I mean, there's many of them. They evolved a very similar way like me, but not many ever dare to ever shoot something like this on a video. Because immediately their corporations would exterminate your entire family, man. They love like the rule of fear to keep your mouth shut. That way, they spread their sinful criminal organization way all around the world. This way, their sin keeps growing. As I explained you, Adam and Eve's sin, for that apple, man, they would kill the entire universe, including God and everything. Once their evil side bites that apple, man. Uh, but these, like, when they start, now I'm not delusional. I definitely don't tap into how this is a delusion. You wouldn't hear the sirens out of cops if I was delusional. Oh, they've been doing this. I just can't ever prove it on the video. Oh, there are days, man, like if not 500 cars pass by, even though this street, that's a rare chance that a car would even pass by. Oh, and it's usually the fuckers that live here. Oh, there are times like 500 different cars pass around, even though this entire neighborhood doesn't have 20, 30 houses, and they still wouldn't come at this exact same time. Oh, if they were to drive together. Oh, so that's how I know it's not a delusion. But but if you think that's fucked up, what about the homosexuals, gays and lesbians? Now lesbians and gays, they always did exist in God's creation. Uh, but the problem is now they're growing into such a high rate. Like 30% of world human beings have watched gay and lesbian and bisexual pornography. So, like, visualize 30% of not just in America, uh, they're growing in homosexual and a lesbian and a bisexual way. Now, okay, even if we accepted that 30%, the problem is when a man and a woman, same man and a man, have sex, including a lesbian, a woman fucking a woman, like they grow into gay genetics. Like, once they evolve, like having, and I know this many times, since I watch everything pretty much on pornography, I'm just not gay, I study it. But they're growing like in facials of gay men, including lesbians. And let's say you were to put a gay man, once he's fully formed in gay genetics, he can't even give you a kid. Like, he can't get a hard on ever from a woman, only from a man. Same thing, a woman can get a hard on a man. She could only get it on a lesbian, another woman. So these motherfuckers been growing all around the world, and it's impossible also to stop. What are you gonna take, like 30% kill all these human beings? Even if you do stop that again, their gay and lesbian genetics come back. That's why I highly suspect, but God's not telling me the whole truth, that a judgment day is happening for these things. They're teaching kids, like, doesn't matter which age, from one to, I guess, one, but usually kids start memorizing and socializing around 3 to 4. From 3 to 4 all the way up, they're giving them pornography from a cell phone to a computer. But that could have been also prevented, but nobody gives a shit. So, like, brother and sister or a cousin, they're like hillbilly pretty much. Now kids did hillbilly, like, they always did hillbilly, but the problem is they're giving them pornography from cell phones to computer. Now they know more about sex, and then their sex addiction even grows higher, since they're like a brand new car. Like, giving a brand new car, he has high horsepower since it's young, pretty much in that way. But now the kids, like a brother and a brother's fucking, sisters a sister's fucking, oh, it's a rare chance that a brother would fuck a sister, uh, or a sister fucking a sister, for example, or a brother fucking a brother. That was like a rare chance that ever happens in hillbilly. But now that they're boosting up their sex addiction through pornography, from cell phones to computers, now even wealthy class, the worst thing is it's all hard to outsmart the kids, because you don't have time from working wherever you work to keep monitoring them, like, paying attention to what they're doing. So this hillbilly shit is increasing like never before. kids are all like, I notice on our kids they're having like guilty conscience like on their faces. I notice on the only one Amma doesn't have it, but the rest of them do, which means they've been hillbilly. Oh, yeah, the entire world is self-destructing. Oh, there are other things that I could reveal why cancers exist, except that's more classified stuff. That one I can't really go into why cancers exist. Oh, that one's gonna give me shit with like Area 51 that I don't want to fucking gamble with. Oh, like military classified stuff. Oh, but what else I was gonna add to this video? I was gonna add. Oh, so notice how many dogs are developing cancer. At least that one I could reveal it, including cats. That's because when you get them vaccinated, they stick like cancerous doses into them. Oh, a dog and a cat has that's a rare chance, like out of millions, that one would ever get a cancer. That's because so your dog or your pet ends up on lab bred, so they could make interest. Oh, why are you neutering dogs, including cats? Oh, neither could the hypa, even if you released all the abandoned cats, and they won't overpopulate the human race. Oh, since they always existed. Also, interest to cut off their balls, and they'll brainwash you how this is healthier. That's not healthier, dude. Visualize like murdering a human being or a woman. You're never happy, you're suicidal. But that's just beginning. They haven't yet infected the African, like lions and all that. They haven't yet began. Uh, but that won't take too long. Also, is their demonic interest in many other things out of their evil gene. It won't take too long. I would say not even 800 from years from this point if we allow the devil's horn to remain, but they have to be chopped off. Uh, the entire Africa mammals would be infected as well, where they shoot them up with cancers this way that the doctors. Now, pets like animals, there's no reason to understand an animal ever. He dies like he gets old, brain stroke, or a heart attack. He dies. Now, when they create all these other cancers, you see, that's a dog. So yeah, don't say it's delusional the second time now. Oh, you see it already, angels speaking through dogs. You see them how they're boosting up. Oh, it's like a war between good and evil. Oh, oh, oh what I was gonna say. Oh, look like I forgot it. Oh, maybe it's not a good thing, but it won't take like 700 years till you start. Oh yeah, I was gonna get there. I know I wasn't gonna forget. Uh, now when Area 51 gives the rest of these cancers, they have some sort of purpose out of it, like a good purpose. If they give many people like diabetes, cancer, that's all been invented. They learn like how to surgically remove it and understand where doctors understand more about a brain and everything. But Area 51 wouldn't do this, but the problem is they have other kingdoms against them. So let's say a major war happens, you have to know how to surgically do all these things. Otherwise, if you don't boost up the doctor's intelligence in case of high war, you're too many handicaps, and also people don't want to see tortured human beings, so they need to give up. I guess at least Area 51, even though that's still evil in a genius way, but I guess they have some sort of good purpose. But dissecting and causing cancers to our loved animals and things, that should have never been fucked with. There's no reason you need to understand too much about a mammal. Oh, oh, so yeah, as this thing grows, I believe it's a judgment day. Just that the Father never tells me these things. I just suspect it highly, and I suspect that the World War III is erupting less than 7 years from this point. Uh, but I can't tell yet. I can't. But let's say God, including me, and let's say he was forgiven. The problem is then 2,000 years, the entire globe is bulldozed, pretty much. Uh, so I'm pretty sure he has to be a judgment day. The Bible tells you that the Holy Quran tells you once I return as Muslim Isa, as Jesus, final judgment day. The Bible tells you the same thing. Once my second arrival is Jesus Christ, once I come to existence, it's like final judgment day where you can't be forgiven. All Adam and Eve ancestors five take place only once, like the beginning of a religion book, and once they take place second time, which means it's judgment day. I disagree that five family ancestors come third time. They only come at beginning and the ending. Like every religion book, from a Torah to a Bible, or hold on, Torah to a Muslim Holy Quran and a Bible, Christian Bible. So, but yet I don't, as Jesus Christ, I don't make these type of choices to summon like a judgment day. That's up to a father and an angel. Now, if my father and an angel agrees that it has to be a judgment day, then I 100% have to agree to it. Uh, so, like, there are no. The second choice is joining a devil. That's never gonna happen. Infinite no. By all bargains, all means, all offers. No. But if I am somehow wrong, oh, and let's say nothing happens, oh, let's say a judgment day doesn't happen, if I'm wrong, then I'll just look like a dumbass at the end, oh, which I don't mind. Oh, it's just studying these things, oh, and I'll spend like God knows how many hours and hours overthinking, and the civilization can be fixed, or the world civilization, or it can be recorrected. And there could be another thousands of things, for if not even more sinister, that I don't even know, or you might not know it either. Things that we don't understand. But the devil, he doesn't target to exterminate me yet. He does, yeah, he does millions of times or thousands of times poison me through cigarettes and many of these methods. But like a devil's highest dose, he targets me when I'm like 55. But same thing like a father and an angel, they bring me the healing medicine even far smarter by, if not 50%, what a devil could ever infect me with. So the father and the angel, they also bring their best meds around that time to heal me. Oh, but they're not just poisoning me. Oh, they're poisoning the entire family. Oh, not just me. They shot Adi through the backside. I seen like the bullet exit, kind of like where I have a bump too, with a bullet exit. They shot him age 3. Kano, uh, they put most likely in his medication or maybe syrup or something. He almost lost his legs where he couldn't walk, and he was a healthy baby fully. Uh, then constantly they're having diarrheas because they're like feeding shit into like their like foods. So God like makes them poop it all out. uh, warning a devil to stop, or a demon, or the evil corporations or criminal, pointless, dude. Uh, I've been warning him since age 20, and now I'm 38. He has never stopped. The worst problem about this type of case, I don't know how to even prove this, how this is possible, how they pull it off each time. Uh, when they put it in a cigarette, like it's more like acidy where it starts eating all you. It's like high pain. Uh, and alcohol, when they put it, I start having like I'm shitting out all blood. When they put it, when they put these doses. I tried brewing God knows, including the Father and a God, through like cold-blooded way, cold-blooded God, shutting off the entire in at 11:30 a.m., which is supposed to be fully sunny, since the sun takes 6:30. He turned it completely night. Even that never stopped the demon and the devil. They kept doing the same shit. God has played like a cold-blooded God, where he turns extremely cold temperature, where they warn even homelesses and not to be outside, otherwise they freeze to death. Even that doesn't work. I tried, the father and me tried increasing like a very high temperature. That doesn't work. Asteroid in Russia 2013 was sent because of Russia and Ukraine to keep them behaved. They still never behaved. They began the Russian and Ukrainian war. And God has warned them like thousands of different methods, if not millions of things that I don't even understand. But pure evil can't stop. So I no longer debate with ever demons and devils. This thing is fully stupid. To waste time. Think about it. From age 20, I've been warning you to age 38, and nothing has changed. So, which means you're like a devil is like so stupid. If an infinite number had like an ending even dumber than that. Uh, Basically, the story that you hear. But yeah. But even if a World War III does begin, we can all. It's about that time that we settle our fucking differences. Bad, good, bad, and evil. Where we have to settle the score once it were good. A battle between good and evil on our entire planet Earth. So we'll give them a fucking war that they want or that they're asking for. Uh, from that point, once all these battles and things, when it's near ending, then the angels fight the demons. Angels always beat the demons. Uh, and then the last round, the father versus the devil is a piece of shit as a criminal. That's the last round. Oh, well, it was an insect on my righteous arm. When he lands on my righteous arm, as you can see, he flew up. It means God's on my side. He also tells you that I'm fully innocent since he landed on my righteous leg, not the left one. So I know how these like mortal tricks work. Oh, I'm just gonna now let's before I finish this video. Now there's many things that are positive about even American race and all these kingdoms. About how would you say 75% of it is fully positive, like in a good way, like a good definition of us being good. just that 25 to 30% has to be bulldozed. That's the problem. And then that equation boosts us up every 100 years even more, where it beats the good, where the evil overall takes the good. So honestly, I don't know is Jesus Christ fully if it's gonna happen, but I do strongly believe in it. If I look like a dumbass at the ending of all this, at least you'll be able to keep your beautiful planet Earth. This is hard to understand. Uh, and then, even if a Judgment Day or a World War III was to happen, God doesn't tell me because then I'm like, from so much fear, I can't sleep. Uh, where even meds don't even help me. Yeah, I think that's all about this video. What else am I missing? They also infect us with these flus all the times. The idea is they put it in American money. They infect you like with mini flus. This way you're like an interest bait. Oh, and when you buy those pills don't help you shit. The whole idea is to rob you for your money, pretty much. Diabetes also been invented. Oh, that never existed. Cancer's never existed. Even if there was a case of human beings getting cancer, it's like 200 people, only one will ever get it. Uh, Diabetes been invented and possibly 500 other diseases that never even existed in God's creation. Uh, so, as I tell you, Jesus, as we keep going into the future, the more simple shit that you encounter, sinister shit, and you hear the cops. That's usually who chases constantly sinner. I mean, not even a fucking 30 minutes can pass by without a siren siren at all. Police officers chasing thugs, gangs, crackhead, medheads, criminals, pedophiles, child molesters, you name it. I mean, it's there. Serial killers, rapists. But the religion book was fair, from Jewish Torah to a Muslim Holy Quran and a Bible. They did warn you about these sins. Now you can't back up as Adam and Eve that you didn't know about these sins. You knew, you did educate you fully how to walk. They had ways how to educate you to be a good human being. But your temptation out of a devil couldn't resist, but where you kept fighting that fucking forbidden apple. And the sin always keeps growing and growing. So you're questioning why they never came to my poor house. So they might have, I'm pretty sure, at the beginning. Uh, that's because this entire house is worded out like from demons. So like each exit or a window you entered, like you trapped into it, where you get exterminated by angels. My entire house has like invisible angels, like the most powerful is to ever be built for this day. Uh, just in case a demonic piece of shit was to enter into it. Not even a Dracula, in case vampires, which I suspect could exist, not even their ass is there to enter it. since it's like warded out the entire house, which I shot maybe not the best video on some of it. It's like all warded out from demons and devils. Oh, but once again, I don't know what exactly is gonna happen. I do know one thing: even if a judgment day doesn't happen, in 2,000 years from now, the entire world has self-destructed. Even if you don't self-destruct through crime and drugs, you'll self-destruct through mental issues. Oh, through mental issues, you'll self-destruct. I'm 100% sure. Oh, so yeah. So don't be horrified, how would you say, of a Judgment Day or even a World War III, since I'm not 100% fact. I'm just sharing as Jesus Christ. I'm exposing you the highest sins that we have all around the world, not just America. What's exactly happening? Oh, oh, please do not become my enemy and try to act hard headed. You'll be exterminated. Oh, trust me when I tell you these things. Oh, angels all around this, like whole neighborhood, even my neighbors and shit, walking around. God's house right down the corner that I showed you. And the most powerful is God's angels. So don't try to act like a hero. Oh, peace out and enjoy my video.